This is David Stevens with FinWolf Alerts. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, 2022, and this is a stock market update for our trades of the day. Great day. We talked about relief rally possible, and it looks like it fulfilled itself today. Question is will it continue with all the news? We talked about this on our prep for this week that you got to watch out for all the news coming out. We'll cover that, what's coming up here soon, and what to watch out for, and, kind of how we did today. So, but it was a good, positive day today in the market across the board. So hopefully you did well and you enjoyed it. Looking at the overall market, Dow Jones closed up 641 points. So that's 202.15%. Nasdaq up 2.51%, and S&P 500 2.45%. So pretty much even across the board. You can see from our stocks here, overall green, although it was very interesting to see Disney down and Meta just really got hammered today. But all our FANG stocks, all our tech stocks were doing excellent. Even energy, everything across the board was doing well. So money flew back into the market today. So hopefully it'll stay. So we can have a nice little rally here, but we'll see. CNVY hit our scanner, did not trade this one today. But we do want to cover the one that we've been covering for over a week here. This is our second week covering the stock, but AERC, this is our trade, multi-day trade. And you see here, just continues to give us at least a little bit every day. It's shrinking a little bit. Today, the low was 1736, high of 2032, and then we kind of sold off here. You can see we kind of are putting in lower highs down here. So, and we have a lower low here. So this might be done. We'll hold on to it. As long as it continues to give us a couple dollars, it's worthwhile. But once it just stops, delivering for you, then you just want to take it off. So we'll leave it on there for now. But that's our stock. And, again, for reference, for those who maybe are new, on a 1 week chart, you can see this is our high here at 117. We just sit here right on the top of the candle. And really, we want to close above candles if we want to stay really bullish on this. So kind of neutral on this one. Don't know if it's going to give us anything more. It's got to get back above 17 tomorrow if it's going to give us anything. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's get on to news. So tomorrow we have Jerome Powell speaking on monetary policy at the Senate Banking Committee. And then on Thursday, we'll hear, basically the federal Jerome Powell will be testifying on the policy at the House Finance Committee. And then Friday, we have a 5-year inflation expectation. And new home sales also on there. So it'll be interesting to see any of this news that filters out or sneaks out could very well affect the market and cause a little bit of a turn here. So we'll see if we can continue the rally tomorrow. But for right now, you got to watch the overnight, and we'll talk about that as we go through these charts here. Looking at our max pain. So this is S&P 500. This is yesterday. Stock price was at 366. The pain part would be at 384. So moving the stock up here, shut out all of these people that are shorting the market here. So I'm going to do a refresh here. Changes every day. So you do have to do a refresh. Okay, so stock price is at 374 and the max pain's at 372. So it's interesting. This is the first time I've seen this swap for a while. So actually, here's our kind of our put wall here at 350, and we got a call wall here kind of coming in here at 387. So this would probably be somewhere around our range. But you can see here we got calls here. Came in here at 367. So if we can hold between 367, and push up here towards this 387, that's probably going to be the most ideal scenario to be in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow and throughout the week to see, where do we end up, what side. But right now, calls and puts will continue to be purchased this week. We are on a short week though, so keep that in mind. But overall pretty flat. You're not seeing the big spikes, so we'll see tomorrow. Obviously, probably the market's probably looking for news, so we might see some low volumes this week. So looking at the E-mini futures, it's 500 after hours. You can see here we kind of just chopped along, and you can see right now we're right at the bottom of these candles. So if we break these candles, this is 37.61. We could possibly chase back down this candle. If we did that, which, a lot of times stocks will do that, you could come down back down to, 37.28, which on S&P 500, that's going to be probably around 372.80, 373, which is a prior resistance area and support area. So we'll see what happens, but just something to keep in mind. If we break this level, we're right there on the edge. So we'll be watching that overnight. All right, let's look at Google. Google did well, sitting here right on the 20-day moving average. This is going to be on my short list tomorrow, for another trade. So we'll keep this going. If this can stay over the 20 and open up tomorrow, it could be a good trade up towards the 50-day moving average. So Google's on short list. Amazon kind of sit here, it's flat, but it's above. It's kind of right sandwiched right between this gap that we had between these two candles. So it's kind of bullish, kind of bearish. It's kind of like right in the middle with this little doji. So it could go either way. So we'll keep an eye on it. Amazon's not going to be on my short list, but we'll definitely keep it on. It's always on my chart, so we'll keep a look at it. Apple closed above, barely above this little candle here. I do like that. There's a gap to fill, so we'll see if we get that filled in the morning. And so we could probably bounce down, or we, could drive up towards the 20-day moving average. So Apple's on my short list as well. Nvidia sitting here right on top of this candle as well. I like this. This is kind of where you want to see, stocks where they choose to close above a candle top. It gives you a better idea of, that there's probably an opportunity there, possibly for the next day. So we'll keep an eye on that on the open. Meta sold off. Boy, just sold off, putting in new lows. Meta is just really getting hammered. So we'll see. Does it find support here, right here at our midline at 152, or is it going to start to break down towards our trend line down here, 126? So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Tesla did well above the 20 on my list. I actually traded this today too, but on my list, I like this one. I want to see if we can rally back up here towards the mid, around 750, and possibly 780 is kind of the goal. If we pull back down, we did close at a good level or above our resistance level. So, staying above 700 is critical. If we pull back below 700, then I'll be shorting it. So definitely join us, like our videos, and let's continue bringing this content to others so that we can help them out and we can all make money together. So again, join our Discord. It's free. We post our numbers in the morning before the market opens on what we're trading or looking at trading for the day. You can find that at finwealthlive.com. There's also some free training out there. It's great to always learn something new every day. Dollar sitting here kind of consolidating here around the highs. A breakout of 105 would be kind of the goal, but kind of just flat right now. Gold kind of pulled back a little bit here, kind of still right at the bottom of this candle. If we get below this, 1830 level, probably become back down to lows again. U.S. oil stayed above that 50. We're kind of middle of this candle here, sandwiched between the 20. We got to break up above 86 or below 82 for a short. The VIX did kind of pull back here. It didn't move a whole lot today. Sitting here right at 30, above 30, barely above 30. It needs to get below 30 to help us out here, and even below 25 would be ideal. Again, you can see this little wedge we have here. So it could just kind of consolidate here if it doesn't want to move much. So, we still have volatility in, still elevated as long as it stays above 30. So keep that in mind. S&P 500, nice run up today. Like nice bullish move. Looking at 380 to be the resistance area to break down. We pull back down. These are almost like $10 increments. So got to break above 80 or below 370 is a short. And then you got 360 and 350 down here at our line down here at the bottom of our deviation bands. So those are kind of our levels we're looking at, kind of $10 increments. Triple Qs on the high, but not above this candle. So we'll see. It's right, kind of like right in the middle. So it's got to get really, above this 283 area to run up here, or get below this candle here at 276 for a short. Semiconductors kind of flat here, kind of sandwiched right between right here where we had this little gap. So, you know, if we, you know, we're above this lower candle, so hopefully we can rally back up towards the resistance line here and towards this 215.23 area. Semiconductor, this is IWM. So this is our Russell 2000, our small caps, right here sandwiched at this gap area and our resistance level. So we got to break above this resistance level here, 160.69, to get a run here to go up towards the 20-day moving average. That would be ideal. If we break back down, then, you know, come back, we could possibly come back down to lows. So it's really critical tonight to see, you know, what the market does overnight and how we open up in the morning. Watching the VIX, watching the E-mini 500 to see kind of what it did, and that should give us a range and idea of whether the market's going to be up or down tomorrow. Financials right here, kind of above the sandwich here, right into this next candle. So hopefully we can rally up to the top of this candle around 31.82, 31.88 maybe on this one, or towards that 20 up here towards 32.23. We break back down below this candle, then, you know, we could probably come back down here towards the lows around 30.50. Healthcare, nice little rally up here. Did not close above this candle though. We got to get above 130 or 123 to rally up here towards the 20-day moving average. No, we could just kind of sit here or pull back a little bit. Energy sector, XLE. Where this pull down here didn't quite come down to 71, but we rallied back up here, back to the 100 at, you know, just below it. So if we get above the 100-day moving average, which is at 77, then we can start to run back up here towards the 50-day moving average. So it, for some reason, decided just to stay a few pennies under there, which is always interesting because that means it could become a sandwich in that little this little area here. You know, and this becomes a range that it gets stuck in between $71 and 76. Bitcoin, nice run up here. So we're gonna have that sell off on the weekend. You know, pumped and dumped. Oh, you know, I feel bad for anybody who got, you know, margin calls or stopped out because this thing just, you know, got gobbled right back up and ran up here. And so we're sitting here on this candle, which is good. That means the next goal is here to try to run back up here towards 20. You know, this 23,000 is where kind of what the goal for Bitcoin. If it drops back into this candle here, it may kind of retrace some of this back into, you know, around 22 to 20. Hopefully not as low as 18, but it's possible. Ethereum, trying to run up here also after hitting a low. It's right in this candle. The next goal here for resistance is 2040. I mean, sorry, 1240, 1240. So that's kind of where it's got to, you know, break through here to get to this next level. If it doesn't, you know, it could just kind of become range bound within these two candles until we get a breakdown or a break up. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, what we're looking for tomorrow. We got our short list. Be ready to play tomorrow. Definitely check, you know, what the VIX is doing and the S&P 500 E-mini in the morning before the trade happens. That way it gives you an idea. Also, look at our numbers. We post our numbers out there. So you'll have those, tells you when to get in, when to get out, and what levels we're looking at. So definitely join us. Everybody have a great night, and we will talk to you tomorrow night and see how your trading went and get our next day planned out.